Hey everyone, it's Carol over at allmommywants.com, and I am here with the famous little elf on the shelf. Elf on the Shelf has been very popular over the last couple of years, although he has been a tradition for a very long time in lots of families. So today I'm going to teach you how to make him posable using wire and armature in his arms and legs. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need your little elf, a pair of scissors, some Velcro, and some wire. This wire here is a 10 gauge and I twisted 4 of them together to make it stronger. You're basically going to want to measure out the arms and the legs to see what length you'll need and be able to bend it pretty easily. You're also going to need a needle and thread, and the thread that you'll need is white as well as red, but you can use a clear thread if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and get started. The elf comes with his hands sewn together, so I've already clipped those apart. It's just one thread. It's pretty easy to do, and so you want to make sure to clip that. And then what you want to do is clip all these little stitches that are holding his hands together. And you want to create an opening big enough for your wire to go in. So you can take your scissors, just like what I'm doing here, and if you can find the threads, clip them. If you have a seam ripper, that might be a little bit easier for you, or you can use a needle and pull the threads up and clip them as you are pulling them up. So make sure you're not clipping his fabric. So you can see here that I have an opening that's big enough for the wire to go through. And in his arm is kind of a rolled up newspaper, so you want to make sure that you know that, because it might be a little bit difficult to get that wire through. So all you want to do is just thread the wire right through there, work it in up to his shoulders, and then you want to stitch up the hand. So I'm just pushing it in as much as I can here, and you'll see that there is a little bit of wire that is poking out. Now if that happens, all you need to do is just poke it in a little bit more to where you can sew right over it, just like that. So let's get this guy sewn up. All right, so we've got that one arm completely done, and you can see that I can bend it and move it in different positions. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second arm, and then we'll get started on the legs. And I've got both arms done now. So you can see that he can bend and move, but now we need to get the legs done. Legs are very similar to the arms. They have the same insides. Do you want to use the red thread instead of the white? All right, so our little elf on the shelf is all wired up, and you can bend his arms and his hands too, along with his legs and his feet. So you can put him in a variety of different fun positions. Like here, let's have him just hanging out here, put his hand behind his head, and he's just kicking back now. But we are still missing one more thing, and that is the Velcro on his hands. We want to make sure to have Velcro so that he can put his hands together when we want him to. It's a lot easier for him to hold things. So you want to grab the Velcro. The Velcro that I'm using does not have a sticky back. It's just a very plain one. And you'll have a fuzzy side as well as a rough side. One of them goes on each hand. Now these little dots that I have are a little too big, so I'm just going to trim them up so that they will fit on my little elf's hands. And you kind of make them in an oval shape. So there's one, and we'll trim this one up too, and there's the other, and those will fit on his hands very well. So now all we need to do is sew them on. So let's get started with that. All right, so my little elf on the shelf is 100% done now. He has the Velcro on his hands, so he'll be able to hold things and put his hands together. You can also bend his arms as well as his legs and put him in a variety of fun little positions and scenarios. Have a lot more fun with him this year now that he is posable. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to make your elf on the shelf more posable, and make sure to check out my website at allmommywants.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at KittenJones123. Merry Christmas!